What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday Recap Podcast. I am here with Pastor Bunk.
What is up?
This is episode 58, and we are excited. Pastor Bunk is one of our favorite guests on the podcast. Maybe it's just because we just riff so well together.
Hey, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. And this was I don't know, do you remember what episode you were last on the podcast? It's been a minute?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Probably been a couple months.
Yeah.
I would say so. Because you've preached in 2026. At least once. Maybe Belize, maybe something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Well, anyways, it's fun. Love to have you on here.
Glad to be back. Thank you.
What have you been up to since then?
Oh, man. A number of things. You name it. DC, LS
yeah,
Kids.
DC.
Currently, we're getting ready for camp season.
Yeah.
VBS, all the things, man.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, this isn't even in the notes to talk about it, but man, I went back. If you don't know what DC is, you spoke about it on Sunday, Discipleship Club for, what is it?
First through fifth grade.
First through fifth grade on Wednesday nights. Now, this is funny. This is a plug. There's only one more month until we take a break for continuing
one
it.
more month.
But I went back there last week, and it was, I believe it was Badge Up Night.
Yes, Badge Up Night.
And all these kids were studying, and they were like so excited to be able to recite these scriptures. It may be, and I think I walked up to you and I said, Bunk, I don't know about your long career in ministry.
Storied career.
Your long storied career in ministry. I said, this might be the greatest thing that you've ever been a part of.
It's definitely up there. It's cool. These these kids even and you have a personal tie to that.
I do.
Your little sister Olivia,
yes,
actually got her 5th badge.
Yes. And
at current, there's Emerson, there's Mackenzie, and Olivia. So only 3 have gotten all 5 badges in 3 years,
which is crazy.
And that green badge comes with knowing 20 verses and where they are. Like 20 verses, all the books of the Bible, and then you have to serve in DC. But man, 20 verses alone is no small feat.
So and let's just say DC is no small feat as well. That is takes up a lot of the week, I'm sure, to get some headspace on the catching up with these kids, trying to give them more stuff.
I'm telling you, coming up with ways to engage them to learn Scripture, and it's really just that. It's Scripture, memorization, and knowing your books of the Bible, to know how to find that Scripture. Or if God speaks to you a Scripture, you know how to go find it.
Right.
But it's crazy that it's really, those are the main 2 points. And I always say it blows me away that kids keep coming.
Yeah.
Like we got a lot of fun things.
It's like school.
You can get your badge, you can get buttons for every verse you learn. So there's a lot of cool incentives. But yeah, it's cool. These kids are excited about just learning the Word of God.
And to swing that in, kind of what you talked about on Sunday, that being like an opportunity for people to get their family involved. Really, this Sunday, why does church family matter? Days gone by.
Hey.
Made me think. If you check the thumbnail on YouTube, I try to make the thumbnail look like the Family Matters. That's what I thought of. I don't know if that's what you thought of when you came up with the title.
Sure. I thought of the Urkel, the whole thing.
Yes. Never mind. Okay, I was about to do an Urkel impression. I won't do it.
Did I do that? Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you. Somebody's gonna clip that and go viral. I know, so.
Well, this is gonna be good. So, and I know this message too. You were speaking. You almost said from the stage, "Listen to the podcast."
Yes, I wish I would have. Like I famously do. I think every message I run out of time.
Yeah.
I'm always that guy who thinks like, oh, I only need a few minutes.
Yeah.
And then I get a few minutes and go, I'm not even close to being done. But it's such a bigger conversation of why church family matters. And you just want people to get it.
Yeah.
I know it sounds crazy, but like sometimes, I've been in services where I hear something like, oh, that's good. Like, but I don't think it's directed towards me. I just say, oh, that's a good thing. But no, if you're listening, I'm talking exactly to you.
Yeah. No,
you know
apply
what I mean?
this immediately to yourself.
Yes.
And it's so funny because Pastor Steph started with baptism, Pastor West did communion, and then you just obviously talked about, the church family, and it's the why. Why do we do things? And I will just say this. I think I've told you this. I told you I know you pretty well. I might know you. I might be the top 3 person in the world that knows.
Right. We have had this conversation.
We had this conversation. Who knows me more, you or your sons, Jonah and Jordan?
And you say you know more than both my kids.
I might know. I might know you more than Jonah and Jordan. But I will say this. This might be your favorite question of all time. Why we do things. You are such a challenger in that way of like, why? Okay, why do we do? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't want to go through the motions for no reason.
Yeah, you want to dump out the bag every time, and I admire that 1,000%.
Even if you know me, I have podcast and YouTube aspirations, right?
Yes.
And if you follow LS Kids, me and my man Cam, we started posting every week on our LS Kids channel.
Yeah.
And what I come to find out was I was doing that because I wanted our kids to be able to receive the content, right? I was doing it for our kids. Now, if the world looks in, great. Yeah. But you know what I found out? Our kids wasn't watching. Yeah. And as heartbreaking as it was, we decided not to do that and put energy elsewhere because like the goal is for our kids. And if our kids aren't benefiting from it, no matter how cool I think it is. Yeah. Like when we started DC, man, we done a thing called Class Dojo, elementary schools using. I'm going to be honest. Bro, I learned it and I love some Class Dojo. Yeah. You can have little emojis and all this stuff. Yeah. I thought it was the coolest thing. The kids can tune in
from home.
Bro, I was like, they're going to eat this up.
Yeah.
No kid cared. Like to the fact that I stopped doing it, not one kid goes, hey, why haven't you updated Class Dojo? It's like, so what I'm saying is there's sometimes we do things, we do it because we think it's a good idea. Maybe we just think we should do it. We think we have to do it. Like, no, why are you really doing it? Because if you're doing it for the wrong reason, what's the point? Like, like when we had baptism a couple weeks ago, I have parents ask me all the time, like, hey, my kids want to get baptized. What do you think about that? And I'm like, cool, that's awesome. I just want the kid to understand the decision they're making.
Right.
Don't just get baptized like, oh, I think that we should. No, this is a big step in their faith.
Right.
And I know so many teenagers that come back and go, well, I got baptized when I was a kid, but I didn't even know what it meant.
Right.
And so I love to have just conversations with kids and like, once you understand it, like, cool, let's go. But again, what's the why you want to do it? Well, mom said I should, or I think I should. No, this is a monumental choice in your faith. Like, make sure you know why you're doing this.
Yes. And I love that. Like, this is like, it's in everything that we do. Any project that we're a part of. Yeah. I was telling Jake, you're somebody that I'll be like, I'd be like, well, we got to do this. And you go, really? Do we have to? It's so funny. You say it so often, but it really is true. It's like if you don't continually challenge and find the why and everything, we'll just continue to do stuff and go through the motions and do all this. And number one, we might be wasting our time. Yeah. Or number two, which I think is what these messages have been tapping into, we're missing out some of the benefits of being intentional about it, understanding the why. So I think you're a perfect person to preach on a topic like this, but also you're a perfect person in the audience being like, yes, we're saying the why. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Knowing the why behind things. So and I know that Pastor Steph, when she talked to you about, being able to preach and doing, this Sunday, what made you lean into church family? Like, obviously baptism was coming up. So she was like, oh, this is a perfect time. I feel like God's been telling me about baptism. Kind of kickstarted this series. Pastor Wes, we talked about it last week. It's funny. He ended up being like in all these, like he taught a communion class, was kind of like front running the more night that we did communion, like had a personal conviction about communion. So for you, what's your personal tie to the church family?
Well, yeah, it's really cool. Pastor Steph's got this huge list of whys, right? And I'm like looking through the list, but I'm like, there's a couple things I could speak on, and it was more or less like, I love the church. Yeah. So I was like, I could do church. I love serving. All these things, but I'm like, really, what I really want is for the people of God. Yeah. To realize their responsibility and the opportunity they have of being the family of God. Yeah. Not just saved into Christianity. Of course, we accept Jesus. We're in God's family. Right. But like there's a local community of believers that God has placed you in. And he wants you to do something with that. And I've had so many conversations lately, I feel like, with parents going, my son or my daughter is not really connected. They're on the outskirts. Like, I don't know what to do. But I can literally trace that back to our ecosystem here, right? I say the ecosystem. It's funny. I was just trying to think like all the stuff we have to offer. Like for elementary kids, we have LS Kids on Sunday. Right. We have DC on Wednesday, right? Okay, get your kids involved in that. Then guess what? They'll move up to junior high. Once they hit junior high, they can start serving in LS Kids. Right. Get them that. Guess what they can do? They can now start interning at the camp. So I'm like, if you get in this system, what I'm saying is there's accountability, there's encouragement, there's all these benefits added to you. But if you're not plugged in, and anytime I have a parent come to me that goes, my kid's not really, this is happening, that's happening, like, I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 times, they're not connected to what we're doing. Yeah. I'm like, we have J-High nights, we have high school Bible study. We're like, we don't do any of that. I talked to one mom and I was like, there's a Bible club that Cato goes to at your kid's school every Thursday morning. She's like, well, yeah, we don't really do that. I'm like, again, I don't want to create another program. It's like, man, there's so much already going on. And if you understand, we're doing this for you and to help you and encourage you and to build you and to help you step into all that God has for you. So when we got to talking about it, I'm like, I get a little fired up about like, I just want people to realize that if you would get connected,
Mm-hmm.
and again, we always go like, well, I love the Lord. Like, well, you should love the church.
Yeah.
And you should be a part of what God's doing here.
Yeah. I love it when I think you said,
what I mean?
yeah, and you said something on Sunday. You were like, yeah, by the way, we don't do things just to throw parties for ourselves. Or
It's
we
like
don't
we're
need
not
another.
bored. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
we're not bored.
Yeah, I'm like, everything we're doing here is because we feel like there's a need. And if you trust this house, if you call this home, then you should trust the shepherds of this house. And if we're having a continuing ed class, you think maybe the Lord's got something to do with that? Maybe it's something you need to hear. And sometimes we think, well, that's not for me, that's for someone else. You think?
Right.
Like, you should understand this from a family perspective. If you have a conversation with your wife or your kids, it's like, you're not just throwing out hypotheticals. You're like, hey, this is something our house needs to work on.
Yeah.
And if we believe that God speaks through leadership and through the shepherds in this house, like, if this class is on something or this is happening, like, is that something God wants us to hear?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I love James when he says faith without works is dead. And you don't earn your salvation.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what, you should be compelled by what God has done to move you to action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I know I'm always big on like, and I said it Sunday and I'll say it as long as I got breath, like everybody should be on a team and in a group.
In a group.
Everybody should be being discipled so they can disciple.
And so when you say that, there's so much, people just look at that and they hear surface level, everyone should be on a team in a group. Oh, great. Why? So I can show up to another thing and because y'all need my help. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it is so opposite of that. Like, and people don't buy it. Right. And I get it. It's like when you say, the church don't need your money. And they're like, yeah, right. That's why you're taking it off. No, I'm like, we're giving you an opportunity to sow into what God is doing.
Right.
But like, let's be honest. If nobody gave again, like, is God going to take care of this? We fully believe that. Yeah. So whether the giving is up or the giving is down, like we're going to keep moving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not based on those things. It's based on Him. And we realize like there's certain things that we're even trying to do to get you on a team. Why? Because we know that God wants you in community, and you need people in your life to encourage you, to be able to challenge you, to be able to walk with you, to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. And again, a lot of this is from going to Randy and Angela's group. You know what I'm saying? But like, I've watched that community because we've been going there for a minute of the people that get in, and I've seen people that are on the outside become insiders. Why? Just because they just stepped out. Yeah. And there's just something powerful about that. Yeah. And I hate when people feel like, and maybe because I hear a lot of stuff online sometimes of like, very seldomly do you hear people leave church well. Right. Like, I believe God in seasons will move somebody 100%. But normally when you hear a story of somebody going to another church, well, I didn't like how this church did it. Like, it's all these things. But a lot of time it's like, well, you just weren't connected. Yeah. You don't even know the why. Right? Like, I love when people come up and go, hey, why do we do X? Cool. Let me explain it to you. Yeah. Because sometimes we got in our minds of like, well, I wonder why they do this. I bet it's this. Like, no, normally it's none of that. Yeah. And when you get to hear their heart behind something, it changes. But like, you can't sit on the outside. Yeah. It's the Monday morning quarterback. Like you watch the game on Sunday and you're like, why didn't they hit that pass? I'm like, yeah, from the TV you see everybody that's open. Yeah. With a linebacker rushing you, it looks totally different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's funny too because it's like it's the difference between, and I think you spoke about this in a later part of the message, but it's like the guest between the family member. Yeah. It's like what it's like to be on the outside. And I think for us, there's a balance of what we're supposed to do on our part. So like, let's just say I'm a person that goes to church, right? Like, how much does the church need to reach out and do things for me and put an event in my face or put whatever? And then how much is on me to actually be receptive to those things? Yeah. Because I think that there's a happy balance because sometimes as the church, we can overextend ourselves and try to like really, and I think it's good that we try to fill in the gap for people and meet them where they are. Yeah. But also, I think there's another part for us as people in the congregation to be like, all right, I think everyone's done as much as they can to meet me where I am. I need to actually be able to step out.
Yeah, I think there comes a point that when you come into faith, or maybe you just came to church here. Yeah. And you're trying it out, so to say. 100%. Cool. I'm not saying you got to jump right in from the jump, but I'm like, jump right in from the jump. You're like double jump. But you don't have to do that. But like, there comes a point, I think, everyone's life. Yeah. Where it's like, if you call this place home, if this is your church. Yeah. then be about it.
Right.
That sounds crazy. We was talking earlier. I was like, same thing with me being a Houston Rockets fan. Rockets are my team. However, I was privileged to have season tickets for a couple years back 10 years ago, 2016 or whatever. When I had season tickets, I gave the Rockets my money and I gave them all my free time. I went to so many games. I had so much merch. I knew everybody on the team.
Yeah.
Fast forward to now, I don't even know their starting lineup. Yeah. So I still say I'm a fan, but my life don't show that I'm a fan.
Right.
And I understand I can still be a fan of the team. I can still be a fan of the Lord. But so many times what I find, your spiritual walk with Jesus and your church involvement are on a similar path, similar trajectory.
Yeah.
I don't know very many people that go, I'm so on fire and hungry for the Lord, yet aren't involved in a local church.
Yeah.
And if you are, I'll be honest, it makes me nervous that if you're like trying to do your own thing. I think we all should have a covering above us. I think we all should have people we answer. We should have shepherds that are leading us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's good just to be out there on your own, just freelancing. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. I think Pastor Steph's been talking about like that phrase of like the natural then the spiritual.
Yeah.
Right. So it's what you're saying too. It's like for sure, and I think even you touched on this as a a quote that you pulled. Like, I don't got to be a Christian to go to church. Or I don't got to go to church to be a Christian, and it's like you said, like, yeah, for sure. What did you say? I don't got to go to the gym.
Yeah, I don't got to go to the gym to get in shape, but it helps.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, for sure, like that natural piece of it, right? Like it can't, like there's a piece in the natural that makes a commitment that shows what's happening on the inside, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So we talk about baptism, right? That is an outward expression of a decision on the inside.
Yeah, for sure.
Communion, that is an outward expression of a decision, of a reverence that we're holding, of time that we're taking. Going to church, showing up, where you're tithing, where you're giving your talents, where you're giving your time, where you're positioning your family, taking your kids, investing during your weekends, serving, like that is a natural thing that's showing what's happening on the inside of you. And that's you giving yourself to the Lord and like saying that he's a priority and he's first.
Yeah.
And I think that's, like I said, it's easy for us to go, oh yeah, baptism is an expression of what happened on the inside. Well, like going to church and serving and being a part of a body is the same thing. And I like how you were, I want to go back to that guest versus family piece of it too, because I think that's really rich of the difference between guest and family, right? You're like, guest comes over to the house, you're like, oh, we gotta, and now like, when I don't know about you, but like, I know for a fact that growing up, when we'd have guests over, like we're cleaning things that no one would ever check ever.
100%.
Well, we got to wipe all the baseboards. No one's going to check the baseboard.
We got to use real dishes. Like what? We got to wash dishes, no paper plates. Come on.
It's way different. But when family comes over, it's completely different. And that's the same with like church and I like how you use VBS too, because VBS is like a little bit like, like, all right, listen, like we're all in it, we know, and it's gonna get wild, but we got grace for each other. We got, and it's a little bit different. But I also like how you spoke on how like guests feel awkward, family doesn't.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that we'll go ahead. I know that you got some more on that.
Yeah, no, I was just like, how long do you want to be a guest?
Right.
Like, I don't like the guest feeling. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, and I think, I try to look back and I'm like, maybe that's why I always rather do things at my house.
Yeah.
Because of the home turf, you just feel more comfortable. But like, I don't like feeling like a guest all the time. Like, I don't even want to go somewhere that I'm always the guest. I'm like, much less into the house of the Lord. I'm like hopefully this is your family. This is your church. Like, don't you want to know what's going on? Don't you want to be a part of what God is doing here? Like, I'm telling you, it blows my mind that you would like not want to be like, God is doing so many amazing things here.
Yeah. How long do you want that guest mindset? Yeah.
And it's almost like it's almost like memberships place. Like, normally you get a membership somewhere, like you're doing that because like I want the benefits of what this place has to offer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting this membership. Why? Because I want this, and this for me.
Yeah.
Where like, man, church, the house of the Lord, church should be different. It's like, like there's going to be some benefits from me, but like I want to give as well. I want to give as much, even more than I get.
Yeah.
It's that consumer versus contributor mentality. Like, you could come in and receive, but I truly believe, like they said, with the wineskins, new wineskins. How many sermons can you hear and not do anything with what you hear?
Right.
Again, goes back to working out, right?
Yeah.
We know this. I talk about it all the time, man. I know all about lifting weights.
Yeah.
I really feel like I do because I've followed it my whole life.
Yeah.
But if I'm not using that knowledge, it's cool to have it, but I'm doing nothing with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like cool that you know that you should work out and do this and do that. But like, are you doing it? Like, no. Well, I'm glad you have a lot of head knowledge, but it's not
right.
changing your physical appearance any because you're not doing nothing with it.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I said faith without works is dead. What does it mean? Like when I hear what God is doing on this earth and I have an opportunity to partner with him in something and I'm like, pass.
Yeah.
What?
If you're not taking a hold of what he has to offer you, what's going on?
Like, and again, I was trying to be really nice. Not that I'm not nice, but I'm just like
you did a good job. I feel like
just want people to understand, like this is for your benefit. Like this will help you, your family, like everything about your life would be better if you serve, you get on a team, join a group, like just find community, and get bought into what God is truly doing in this house. Yeah,
I feel like what you felt like on Sunday. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you would like to. If you could almost stand in the lobby afterwards and have a booth and have people come up and sit and talk about their life, and then you can be like, okay, well, because you said that and because of you and your position, you can do this is all here available for you right now.
Yes. Yeah. And especially working in kids, like I'm trying to think of the number. I don't know the exact number of kids we have every week.
Yeah.
It's not as many as you would think.
Yeah.
So, but even that, like consistency into God's house. And learning and just being a part of what God is doing with summer camp and VBS and all these things coming up. Like, man, you have an opportunity to make a difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
Like way further than you even think you could.
Right.
But when you just step through one door, if you'll just go through one door, I promise you, God will open another. And I don't do it for that, but like once you say yes to the Lord,
right.
Like again, I feel like my life is a testament of saying yes to the Lord.
Yeah.
In these different areas that I shouldn't be anywhere I am or get to do anything that I've done.
Yeah.
On man scale. No way.
Yeah.
But because I was crazy enough to believe, I'll do that.
Yeah.
So again, I think even that, I don't want to say I'm jaded, but like I'm a little biased of like, I've just seen in my own life when you get outside of self and go, God, I just want to be used I want to be a part of what you're doing. I don't care how behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, I just want to be in the game somewhere.
Yeah.
And the fact that some people come in and go, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I get it. It's your choice, but like, if you feel some kind of way about it, you have the power to change that. By let me step out and get a little bit uncomfortable and like, let me just see about volunteering.
Yeah.
And I promise you're going to find so much value, not only in the serving part, but in the community and that's really what you're going to do. You're going to have buy-in in God's community.
What do you think that makes people so hesitant from becoming like a consumer to a contributor? What is it?
I think one could be if you've been in church before. I know sometimes, you may have volunteered somewhere in the past and like felt like it was just a duty or this and that. And like we can talk about that. And I understand there's a balance. Like for LS Kids, we don't let anybody volunteer over twice a month.
Yeah.
'Cause I want you in service. I want you hearing what the Lord is saying in the house.
Right.
But, so there could be that. There could be just a commitment of like, I mean, life has never been busier for people. You know what I'm saying? And just the thought. And some people go, man, I just don't want no one hounding me about like, bro, it's called accountability. Like, and you know what else? It's called someone notices you're not there. And depending on how you feel, and normally if you get defensive when someone goes, hey, I didn't see you at church Sunday, and we start making excuses, like we already feel some kind of way about it. That's why we're responding that way.
Yeah.
How about just someone seeing your face?
Right.
And wants you to know, like, hey, are you good? I didn't see you Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, family had to do this. Oh, cool, man. Just checking on you. Like, do you ever think people might just actually care about you as a person? Not about you serving, but just, hey, we missed you. You weren't there.
Right.
And that's what family does. If you're having a family dinner or something and so-and-so's not there, hey, where's Tommy?
Yeah.
Oh, we had to work tonight. Oh, okay. Well, when I see him, I'm going to let him know, hey, missed you at family dinner.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to guilt trip you.
Right.
I'm saying to let you know, hey, I want you to know you're valued and we missed you.
Yeah. That's good.
But because it's so opposite of the world, we automatically go to the guilt side of that.
Or like, what do you want from me?
Somebody's trying to sweat me that I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Do I got to be there every time? Like, yeah, you should. I think you should.
Yeah.
And the expectation, the expectancy.
Yeah.
You know me in words, where I've been struggling lately. But the expectancy of like, what is God going to do today?
Yeah. Right.
I don't know about that, man. There's been times in my life going to church, because I've been doing it for a minute, like, there's seasons where I feel like I'm more expectant than others. And I'm not saying that's right, but I'm like, when you can get that to go like, I don't want to miss. Why? I don't know what God's going to do today.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give an analogy.
I
you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going.
Go
and
ahead.
It's not the same, but like back in my day. That's when you know when you go to back in my day. But when Jordan was playing, back in the
Michael
day.
Jordan on
Michael
the Bulls.
Jordan,
Yeah.
let's go. We know he's the GOAT. All right, that's a different podcast.
All right.
But if you didn't catch the game, you knew he was going to do something.
Yeah.
And you were going to miss it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's not the same, but like when you think about, could this be the Sunday that God just breaks out and does revival starts or something happens?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what God's going to do.
Can we come with that expectancy?
Right. Not being like, well, it's a normal Sunday. I know what they're going to do. They're going to do this. They're going to play the announcements. They're going to do some worship. Blah, blah.
I can watch online.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I'm glad we do online.
Yeah.
I told you about this whole church that does online. Like,
Yeah.
I'm about it. Sure.
Yeah.
But you'll never convince me that there's anything better than when the body of Christ comes together.
Yeah.
I'm just, there's no replicating that feeling of a room full of people chasing after the Lord.
Yeah.
There's
That's
no
so good.
substitute for that.
Yeah.
You know me, I play Jesus culture 24/7.
Yeah.
It's still not the same as being in a room of people
Yeah.
crying out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, to me, the only way you get that is by being there.
Right.
And let me tell you what, basketball, football, whatever sports you like to watch, the coverage is better on TV. 100%, you get to see all the angles.
Yeah.
But nothing's better than being in person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just not.
Yeah. That's
Like,
good.
I don't care how good you can give me some seats. I'm dodging around somebody, but like, I want to be in the room.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's just that hunger and that expectation. But I just think life is so busy now, so many things.
Yeah.
It's so easy to be pulled out of the house of the Lord.
Yeah.
And I've had seasons like that where you're like, man, it looks like it might rain today. I don't know if we should go to, like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy the things we can do. But
To justify.
Yeah, but you got to realize, like, I only think you can do that when you feel like you're not family, because you know family has a responsibility.
Right. Yeah, and that joining a team. So let's just say even just teams, for example, like that's a measure on, number one, you get to be able to serve. Like, we can go down the list of benefits. One of them is that you're getting to be able to serve back into the house of God. That's another one.
Yeah.
Number two, you got a community of believers that are around you, that are edifying you, that are being able to pour into you. Number three, it helps you stay accountable. You know, it brings you accountability and it has a demand on you. So it's a little bit harder to hit that snooze button because you know, okay, people are counting on me.
100%.
And if that can get you in the door, so then God can change you, then let that get you in the door.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest. Some people need that accountability.
Yeah.
Like, if you know somebody's going to be looking for you, that's a little bit more motivation to go that day.
Yeah.
And it's people that, I'm telling you, you need accountability. Sometimes, depending on your walk, like, accountability will help you. I know it's helped in my life.
Yeah.
With people that I know, like, oh, man, so-and-so is going to give me grief. And I understand I don't want the grief, but I'm like, man, I'm glad I felt that way, because it may have prompted me to go sometimes when I would have chose the other decision.
Because I think accountability doesn't mean a lot when things are going good. Accountability doesn't mean a lot on your best day, but it does on the days that you're slipping, on the days that you're not feeling as self-motivated to go, that you're not feeling whatever. Like, that's when that accountability really catches you. And that's what it does. I think it's why the posture of catching is holding it underneath something. Because that's what it is. When you're slipping, when you're falling and you need somebody to catch you, that's what accountability does.
Yeah. And I know it sounds like all these, and again, a bunch of benefits. There are benefits to you. There's natural benefits. Like I said, I was talking about Aaliyah Kim, who had the flat tire. But even Aaliyah Kim to be like, I've got a flat tire. Who am I going to call?
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out to my church family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was funny. I did a wedding that day, right? So I did a wedding and I was here late, went straight to prayer. So I'm still in like slacks and a button up. And I'm like, all right, I got to take off. I got to run to Kava and change this tire in my wedding outfit. So it's pretty funny. But I'm like, there's so many benefits, really just natural benefits of, like, I've seen needs get met through groups. I've seen meals get taken. I've seen people show up to the hospital. I'm like, you underestimate how much having a church family in your life really matters.
Yes.
Not only that, or if you want to celebrate, hey, I just got this promotion at work. Who am I going to tell? Oh, I don't even have nobody to tell.
Yeah.
I'm like, but God has made us for community. I really believe that. I believe in Acts when we talked about how the church started. Why it was everyone together. They were taking care of each other. They were looking out for each other. Why they were on this journey together.
Yeah.
And anytime you're trying to solo anything, man, Like,
Yeah.
to me, it's just never good.
Yeah.
When you're out there alone.
Yes. And I like what you said because you started going, let's do some sheep talk for a second.
Yes.
You started going some Animal Planet on everybody.
I like some sheep talk.
I know. It was fun. I was like, oh, this is really, really good because I knew where you were going, but then you flipped it, and we'll get into that in a minute. But like, yeah, so we are all sheep, right?
Yeah.
If there's anything that we're compared to in the Bible the most, it's got to be sheep, you know? And what's funny is that sheep are like, they're dumb, you know? But that's us. We do dumb things, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like whenever you're watching Animal Planet and you see that sheep away from the pack by itself, you're like, all right, who? You know that the documentary ain't about that sheep. It's about whatever predators.
Right. It's about what's going to have lunch. Yes. For sure.
Because that isolation, that's when the enemy can make you feel like you're alone, make you feel like, and gets to when you don't have people around you, like pouring life into you and being able to like lift you up in those seasons, you know?
Yeah.
And I love just the verbiage of being able to use sheep because that's true. You know, God is the shepherd that keeps us, and the closer you are in the middle is what you said.
Yeah,
the safer you are.
I know it's like you can't, man, you just can't be mad at it. Like what I'm saying is, if you're out on the outskirts, you can't be mad if things trying to get you. Like, bro, you're out there.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying if you're out there, ooh, something's going to get you, but I'm like, the chances of it happening are way, way higher than if you're closer to the shepherd.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And I believe this community here, just at LS Church, it sounds weird when you talk about this message because you're like, I'm really just talking about our church. Like, yeah, I am. I really am. But I'm telling you, like this holds true for whatever church you go to. Yeah. Like you need to be connected. And Jesus is the shepherd, right? Yeah. We're the sheep, but also realizing that God has put shepherds in this house to lead the sheep. Yeah. You know, from Pastor James to Pastor Steph to Pastor West, Pastor Rod, group leaders, team leaders, all these things are. So it's funny, we go from sheep to shepherd depending on where we are. Yeah. And if the word says that the purpose of the church is to prepare his people for works of service, what he's saying is the purpose of the church is to turn sheep into shepherds. Yeah. And if you go, let me find this verse. I didn't even get to this verse. I won't go through the whole thing, but I meant to read this Sunday and I didn't get it.
Yeah, so much stuff on the. That's why this is going to be a good podcast because you got so much stuff from the message.
Well, I got some of it in Matthew 9:35 and 38. He talks about, let me just read it for you. Yeah. It says, and Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in the synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion for them because they were weary and scattered like sheep having no shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, the harvest truly is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore, pray the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into the harvest. Yeah. Which translates to me like there's so many sheep and so few shepherds. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you getting on a group or getting on a team, what it's going to do, it's going to help develop you from sheep into a shepherd. Why? Right. There's so many sheep without a shepherd. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're going to shepherd your family better the closer you are to the shepherd, right? So like, again, everything correlates. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? The better follower of Christ you are, the better servant you are, the better team member you are, the better group member you are, all those things, it's going to translate to the better father, the better mother, the better friend, like all those things correlate. Yeah, add that to another benefit of it. Like that truthfully is like it's preparing you and discipling you because we can all, you know, be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm sure it would be nice. But I think making it personal and thinking about like, you know, the way that we're serving the church is the way that you hope that your kids serve you in your household. You know, that the way that you see the family dynamic of the church is hopefully the same way that, or is the same benefits and healthy pieces of it that make the family in your household. You know, it's what you're saying. Like we all believe that, you know, that's why kids get chores. You know what I'm saying? Like that contributes and it gets them to be a part of it. That's what makes them a part of the household. Even us in our city, we all do, you know, different things to commit to the society that we live in, you know, like we all have different roles and pieces of it to be able to make it why it's a family dynamic and not just strangers in a house together. Yeah. And if you realize like, you as an individual are going to spend way more time shepherding your kids than I will. If they go to Sunday in D.C., I've got them for 3 hours a week. Right. I get to shepherd them for 3 hours that week. Now, school, sport, everything else you add up, like somebody's shepherding your kids. Yeah. Now, whether that's leading them to the middle of the pack or leading them to the outskirts, you know, we can talk about that too. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, realize that you as an individual, like there's people you're going to have an opportunity to shepherd in your life.
And you know what? Let's talk about you for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? All right, let's talk about you for a second. Jake's behind the camera. I'm here. We have people on staff. You have been a major shepherd in our lives. And a lot of it is, it started off because I think you spoke on it for a second. You lived on campus.
Yes.
And so you were just this house that everyone, the Costco premium membership, everything.
Yes, let's go.
We go there, spend so many hours there. But even that, like, you have no idea how many people even you personally have shepherded over probably. I mean, you had to include your older son Jordan, his friends too. So, I mean, let's just say 15 years, something like that. And then also being a youth pastor for so long, how many different people, but like being able for you to be close to the pack, close to the center so that you have all these different people that you're shepherding into, sure. Right? And pouring into those different people. And what's funny is that like, it was like family at the house. We were talking about, I think before the podcast, all the fun things that would happen at y'all's house. We'd be able to stay up, make music till, I don't know, late.
Yeah. Until in the morning.
Till in the morning. We'd be able to do all these different things that was fun. And but what was funny is that what made me think about like the guest versus family dynamic is that we had some friends that would come over. Jake's one of them. I'm one of them. We felt like family. We would just walk in, take food out of the fridge sometimes, and then just like go back to work here or go back to camp or something. Yeah. Like that's what family does. But I do remember that I won't say his name specifically, but we had one friend that would pull up, and I always had this guest dynamic. We'd just walk in and like be like, "Hey, Caden, Jonah, and Jake upstairs," and then y'all would be like, "Yeah," and then they'd go upstairs. But it was never that family dynamic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They never like fully stepped in.
They still walked in though, which was good.
They still didn't knock. They still walked in, but like they never took the step to like join into the family. Yeah. But the best part, I mean, not the best part, but like one of the awesome parts, but is that when you did, we felt the covering from you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In y'all's household. So like I knew that like there was always going to be Dr. Peppers in the fridge. There's always going to be Little Debbie's in the pantry. Right, there's always going to be...
Which explains why I'm not in shape.
There's always going to be food in the freezer, all these different things, like, because we, like, joined in and we had to contribute at times. You know, there was chores that we'd have to do or we'd have to do whatever, but, like, we stepped in the full family dynamic when if we didn't, then we would never get that full thing. We'd never get that thing and feel like poured into and supported and covered if we just stayed as guests that came over.
Yeah, if you even think about just on this, just practically, some of the things we've done, spring break in Austin with the boys.
Yes.
All these things happened. Why? Just because we were family.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, what if we all went on spring break and we went to Austin and we rode scooters? And we got, like what I'm saying is like anybody could be a part of that.
Yes.
But the ones that really were bought into family, like got the benefits. I mean, you probably more than anybody. You've been to Florida with us. You've been to Vegas.
That's true. I've been on a vacation with you guys without Jonah.
Yeah, that's
Jonah
true.
did not go. I replaced him on a vacation.
But what I'm saying is like it's open to anyone.
Yeah.
I remember when we had Next going on. Remember?
Yeah.
I remember telling all of our Next students, I'm like, hey, my door is always open. There's always going to be food there. We're going to cook every night. We're going to eat. So like, you're more than welcome. Some people took advantage of that more than others, and that's okay. But I'm like, the closer you got to that, the more like family you felt.
Right, absolutely.
And I believe a church body is the same way.
Yeah.
It's one of the few things where we get to choose how involved we want to be.
Right.
And whether it's the enemy talking us out of it, whether it's we think our schedule's just too busy. And again, you know me, I'm super busy until what?
Until Rockets tickets open up.
Right. Somebody gives me some free tickets, all of a sudden my schedule's open. That's what I'm saying is we make time for what's important to us.
Right.
Now, I'm big on this too. Let's just be honest. If it's not that important to you, just own that.
Right.
You know, a lot of people don't like that. You know, again, it goes back to the YouTube or the Class Dojo. Like, people didn't want what I'm selling.
Right.
So that's okay. I need to change the menu.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't be like, I'm just not living my best life or my kids aren't connected. You can't do all these things if you're not involved in what we're doing. Now, if you're involved in that and feeling that way, man, let's figure out why that happens.
Yeah.
But like you get to choose how much of how big a part of this family you want to be in. We all got that cousin we only see at a family reunion or this and that. They're not as close as someone else, but like the doors are open here for you to be as involved as you want to be.
Yeah.
Which is going to bring benefit to your spiritual walk, going to be benefit to, like I said, your marriage, your home, all those things.
How long can you refuse the food and still say that you're hungry?
Right.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like me. If you know me around here, I don't go to lunch with people, right? Yeah. Most of the time now, my wife's here. We just be bringing lunch or whatever. But like people used to ask me all the time, hey, you want to go to lunch?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? There come a point people stop asking me.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad at that because I always say no.
Right.
Right? At any moment, I can change and go, hey, guys, I'm back on a lunch wagon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to eat anyway. But it's kind of like I can't be mad at that because I set that up.
Right.
And sometimes our pride gets in the way or whatever. And maybe you've been a part of LS Church at a distance.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. Trust me, everybody's waiting on you to be like, just jump in.
Yeah.
No one's going to hold that against you. I don't care if you've been here for 20 years and not been connected. No better time to get connected than now.
Yeah, absolutely. It's what we keep saying, like the benefits of getting involved is just, there's so many to even list, but like if you truthfully believe that, that, so what you were saying, you call this place home, you call LS Church home, then like, go check in the pantry and see if this is home, go see what we got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Go see what God has for you.
Yeah, and there's something about a demand put on you.
Yeah.
Pressure put on you is good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I know I've got to speak, guess what? I'm going to be praying a little harder that week. I'm going to be studying a little more.
Yeah.
Like, why? There's a demand put on me. And whatever that looks like, if you know that, hey, I'm a greeter today. I'm going to be the first face guests see. Man, I got to make sure my smile's right. I got to be ready. God, help me have the words to say to people. What I'm saying is like, sometimes there's no demand put on us, so we have no reason.
Right.
To be ready for what God wants to do.
Our self-motivation can only get us so far.
And I'm going to be honest, a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. Like, I feel that way. Like, when it comes to working out, I feel that way. Like, to be honest, it's easier to go up a shirt size than it is to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, but like, it's way easier. Yeah. But when there's a demand being put on you. Yeah. And I see this from our high school students that we have teaching on Sundays and stuff. Man, when you got to teach a lesson that day. Yeah. So I'm like, what you don't realize that if nobody's asking you, even if you don't have no one question you, like, hey, what did you read this week? If you know that question's coming, I promise your week's going to look different.
Man, that's so good. The demand, the idea of demand is so foreign to us. And it's also the world is like taught us to be like, don't let anybody put demand on you. Don't let anybody make you do something that you don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's so countercultural, but it's so beneficial to us. Yeah.
Psalms 56:3 says, whenever I'm afraid, I'll trust in you. Why do I say that? That's a DC scripture. That's why I say it. Yeah. I have to know it. You know why? Because kids are coming and I need to know it. Yeah. I got to be on point with my books of the Bible. You know why? Because kids are going to Bible battle me. Yes. So the demand of DC alone is making me learn scriptures I normally wouldn't know. Right. Or make sure I'm on point with the books of the Bible. Because there's a demand there.
And now you have those in your heart. So when you're praying prayers, when you need to go pray for somebody, you got the stuff in you because of the demand that was put on you.
100%. I talked to a family Sunday after the message. And their little girl was there, and they had went to Disney, and she was nervous about riding Space Mountain. And they were telling me how, parents kind of forced her to get on there. You're gonna love it. And I know as a parent, like I used to make my kids get on all kind of rides. Yeah. She loved it when she got off, and I was like, just remember Psalms 56:3. Whenever I'm afraid, I'll trust in you. Yeah. Again, that's a scripture from DC that she knows. Yeah. And I didn't even say it all. I said, whenever I'm afraid, she finished it. I'll trust in you. I'm like, yes. So here we are talking about the Lord gonna be there for us when we're scared. Yeah. Over a scripture we learned in DC. Yeah. We both learned it in DC.
Right. Because that demand was put on you.
Yeah, the demand is there.
Yeah, and whatever that looks like for you, like, in your life, like, it's kind of one of those things, like, when things are going good or when there's whatever, like, you don't think of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, when, like, you're in the mountains, you're not thinking of all these different things. But I think it's, like, in times in life when we are afraid, when we are in valleys, that we're like, oh, man, like, I need this community, or I need to have knowledge of the scripture, or I need the word, or I need my church family. Whatever it is, like, we're going to need it in those times, and to be able to put ourselves in a situation where there's a demand on us to be able to, like, contribute and be able to stay disciplined in the way that, like, we're serving or even spending time with God. So it's what you're saying. Someone asked you that question, hey, what'd you study this week? Like, your week's changing because now you need an answer for that question. Right. And here's the thing is that I think we keep saying, which is good, we keep saying things of like, someone's going to keep asking you, so you better have an answer. Like, it starts like that. Yes. It starts because you start studying because you want to give somebody, you want to know the scripture when someone asks you a question, right? Yeah. But what you don't know, and you will later, is that gets you in the door, but what keeps you is what God does in your life. Yes. you get in the door because you have a demand, because you have a responsibility. But what keeps you in the door is what God's going to do, you know?
100%.
And like some people need that thing to get them in the door.
But maybe I'm so feel so strong about it because maybe that's how I was.
Yeah.
You know, I had the wrong motivation. I think when I first gave my life to Jesus of like, man, I got to pay the Lord back for what he did. So I was like doing everything I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it really helped me because I like, you know, I talked a little bit about it on Sunday about how I belong to a church family even before I gave my life to Jesus. I talked about being a kid, but I didn't talk about when I was, 21. My buddy Jimmy, I always talk about my buddy Jimmy, who used to do pay-per-view wrestling on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
Right? So if you went to church Sunday night, you could come to his house and watch wrestling. That's like your ticket to get in because it costs like $50 back in. This was like 100 years ago, right? $50 to watch pay per view wrestling.
Yeah.
And I remember one time though, Jordan called 911, walking around with the phone. And so if a match we didn't really like, we would wrestle in the house.
Yeah.
All the cops here is this ruckus going on. Next thing you know, cops show up in the yard, the whole thing.
That's funny.
But what I'm saying is, I was going to and watching wrestling and doing all that and hanging out before I really fully committed to the Lord. So I've seen like just being a part of a community.
Yeah. That's what got you there.
Yeah. That's what got me there. Like I wasn't going for the Lord. I was going for the wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
With the wrestling.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like, just even through that and through my life, I've seen like just being connected to the church and to people and going like, man, there's just more. And even though I was more of a doer, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, God used that in seasons of my life to like shape and mold me and to put people in my life that could help carve out what God wanted to do in my life. Yeah. That I would have never got there on my own. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, and you overlooked that, but how could I shepherd you or Jake or John or John, any of those people in those years? Like, because someone has already done that for me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you don't realize like what God, sometimes we think it's just all about what God's going to do for me right now. Like, no, God is going to shape you and mold you and put you in places that you're going to think, I don't even know how I got here. But it's because of those seasons and those connections. Yep. And that iron sharpening iron in those seasons. Yeah. That I sit back even now and go like, and I'm not finished yet. You know what I'm saying? I still got some years. Let's go. Yeah. I've been out there hooping lately. Shout out to the men's basketball group.
Life group. Let's go.
Let's go. Marcus, where you at? But, you know, I'm just playing. But you know what I'm saying? Like all those things play into that. Yep. And like even I shout out my boy Marcus. You know what? I'm getting to know Marcus more now. Why? Because we're playing ball together. Right. So there's sometimes you can go to church with somebody, but until your paths really cross, I don't know if I even messed it up. Paths really cross. Bro, you had me laughing on the front row. I was cackling on the front row. Amanda leaned over to me. Yeah, vigilant. She leaned over to me and she's like, "You're laughing so loud." Yeah. I'm like, sorry. Anyways, keep going. Yeah, sometimes I mess up. But what I'm saying is like, you get to know people you normally wouldn't know. That's why even the Belize trips, we've been doing them lately, taking 50 people and it's a mix between young and old. Yeah. And like, there's people that connect on that trip that may never talk on a Sunday, but until what they do now. Yes. So you don't even realize those things you're saying yes to, you cross paths with people. Yeah. And God aligns hearts and stories. And like, man, I know now that there's people from that Belize trip that talk now and pray for each other and actually text each other, like young and old, that have made this connection. Yeah. That all started by just saying yes to this one opportunity, not knowing that God was going to do something else in that. Yeah, you know, it's so funny. What I mean? Yes, and I've been on so many trips with you, Belize or, you know, conferences, different things like that. We've been on a lot of trips together, like church trips, and you always said stuff like that, and I'm always like, yeah, for sure. But I'm telling you, in this season, like I really, really immediately see it. You know, it's all these different things. You know, it's basketball, it's the Belize trip, it's like all these relationships, and I used to say it all the time before I'd lead worship at like camp or one of our, you know, our youth and young adult services. I'd be like, hey, you guys, like look around in this room. Like nobody, like there's no other reason that all of us would be in here besides Jesus. Yeah. I used to say that all the time, but the revelation that I have on it now is crazy because I genuinely believe like, man, like there's so many different things and opportunities that brought me together because of the church family and all these different opportunities and things. It's like there's so much life now on Sunday mornings, on Wednesday nights, and all the in-betweens. That's the cool part too, is that these relationships go outside of the church campus as well, and you're able to continue to spread the message of the gospel, but like through these relationships that you've made and the support that you get and all these different things because
we all said yes.
Yeah, you get to see the way God's aligning hearts
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, I was thinking even Curtis. Curtis works on staff here.
Yeah.
I spend more time with him on the basketball court than I
Yes.
do during the week because we just do different things.
Yeah.
So, like, even that, you think about that, like, you work with somebody,
Right.
but, like, you may work in a different area, but, like,
Right.
all of a sudden you're like, bro, we're out here hooping together, and it just changes even the way you act from that point on. You just get to know people better.
Absolutely. And
You
it
know what I mean?
opens a door,
Yeah.
And so I think that's a big piece of it. Like, whatever gets you in the door, whatever it is, I know that God's goodness is going to keep you there, but whatever gets you in the door and whatever keeps you in the door. And a lot of that is other people in church family.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than when you feel like you are a guest or even an outsider.
Yeah.
Like, I used to think, you get there late and you leave early.
Yeah.
Sometimes people do that, but I'm like, there's so much more for you here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You ever been somewhere for a long time, or you did something for a long time, and then like maybe towards the end of it, you're like, hold up, that was an option the whole time. I've been missing out this whole time.
Yeah.
I would hate for that, for someone to see that.
It's almost like a benefit you didn't know existed. I don't know if it's like a credit card, they have benefits, cash back points. It's like almost something you're a part of this thing and you go, do you know you could have been doing this the whole time? And you're like, why would no one tell me?
You know what? I'll give you a good example of that. My friend Jake over here joined the bank that I've been at since I was like 16. Okay. I've been at this bank. And then he got this card recently. He's like, oh yeah, I've been doing this, whatever. And I'm so like, are you kidding me? I'm like, that was a benefit the entire time. I've been here almost 7 years. I had no idea, right? I would imagine that like that's what a lot of us are doing, not tapping into the benefits that God has for us with our church family.
Well, I talked about on Sunday, I talked about I shouted Mom Squad out.
Yes.
Shannon Harms, happy birthday.
Yeah.
But did you see the picture?
Yes, with the wigs.
Yeah, I wish I'd showed it Sunday, but I'm like, most of those relationships they found here.
Yes.
And like
they're for lifers.
Those ladies, I don't care what happens in this world. I guarantee you, those ladies are going to be together.
Yes,
and they serve together. They go to refill. They do all these things, but like more than that, they got a community that are there for one another. Mm-hmm. Which is what it is to follow the Lord.
How many for lifer relationships have you made through the church?
I mean, almost all of them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm like, really, if you're talking about my ride or die, my homies, are like, we're doing this together.
Yeah,
and I'm like. And there's not judgment. There's not this. It's like, you know what it's like to be able to talk to someone when you need somebody without fear of like, what's everybody going to like? You need some homies in your life.
Yeah. And
I think so many times we're so afraid to just be honest.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna tell you what, I went to Celebrate Freedom one time. Mm-hmm. They had they were doing a meal, like they do a meal on the first meeting of every month. And we were invited to come there and just say hello, man. And it was really cool. And I'm gonna be honest, there were people in that group standing up talking about all kind of things. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, man, how that must feel to find freedom, celebrate freedom, with a group of people who you can be honest and go, hey, I'm struggling or I'm dealing with this, and I'm not the only one. Corey's the guy. Corey and Katie they're part of Celebrate Freedom. They came to Angela's group.
Yeah,
I don't even know him that well.
Yeah,
right. So I was talking to Corey a little bit, and at one point in our group, he was talking about like what brought him here. I thought of one cool story. Let me throw this out. Shout out Miss Brenda. But he done the text in church, a prayer.
Yeah.
And she responded.
Yeah.
And she said, hey, you might want to check out this group. And he's like, well, if I go, are you going to be there?
Yeah.
She says, I'll tell you what, if you go, I'll go. And she met him here. And he was like, man, I'm telling you, he goes, I was giving it to her and she showed up.
Yeah.
But Corey was saying, one of the things I really like about our church is like, and he didn't mean it bad. He was like, I don't feel like I'm the biggest loser here. But what he was saying is like, these are real people, and we're all falling short of the kingdom. We're doing our best to pursue the Lord.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to know I'm not in a place where I feel like I have to be perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're all striving for that, of course. But it was really cool just to hear someone else's perspective going like, what I like about this place is like, I'm not the only messy person. Yeah. Like that we realize we all got room to grow. But like sometimes if you're on your own, you feel like until I get it together. We used to say it like this back in the day. You got to clean your fish before you catch them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like some of these old sayings you would have but it's really what does it mean? Like everyone is on a journey. We're all at a different point in our faith, depending on how long we've been following the Lord and the situation, what life's thrown at us. Yeah. But it's cool to know that we can all come together as one body and go like, hey, bro, I'm no better than anyone else. Yeah. I may be at a different part of the race, but bro, I still mess up. Maybe I don't mess up like I used to, but I still mess up. Yeah. So it was just cool and refreshing to hear. Yeah. So everybody in our group, everybody's like doing this.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
Biggest
We're doing the
Loser.
loser sign. I was like, but yeah, it's like we all are. We're all messed up and not perfect, but we're all following after the Lord.
Yeah.
And to do that with brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how beneficial it is to have people that, the word says in our weakness, he's made strong. But sometimes that comes from reaching out to someone.
Yeah.
And going, hey, man, today's not a good day for me.
Yeah.
But just to knowing I have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the benefits of being in a church family there's so many.
Yeah. So good.
So many. And that's what I want. I just want people to be connected.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen how it's played out in my life. I shared a picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
I did. I don't know why it's making me choked up. It's weird.
Come on now.
Come on, I ain't got time for this. That's so funny. I'm not even sad at all. You know what I'm saying? But
go ahead.
But no, it was cool. George took a picture of me holding the grandbaby, my little grandbaby. Gosh, Mateo. He's Mateo Bunk. He's, how he is. Ooh, I love it. But again, the picture of me holding him, and then both my boys are on the stage. Yeah. I'm like, bro, like this is, again, it's, this only don't happen on the pod. This is terrible.
I know. I really like
Jake,
it.
edit this out. Jake, edit it.
If we get the leashes over here on the side too.
Maybe that's why you're really not here. But anyway, but again, it takes me back to like, again, the whole family tree and how, man, it could have looked so different. But it really is people in my life. Mm-hmm. Like, don't get me wrong, the Lord gets all the credit 100%. Mm-hmm. But man, thank the Lord that he sent crucial people in my life to help me stay on track, to get me back on track.
Yeah.
Or that could look totally different. Mm-hmm. I'm like, again, Mateo, my boys know nothing of my life, but I'm like, how much crazier these stories are going to sound to Mateo?
Yeah.
He
how
goes
much
back
further removed.
Yes, he's going to be like, Grandpa, what? Right? Because his parents aren't that way.
Yeah.
His uncle's not like, no one's that way. I'm like, bro, it's just, the gap's going to get further and further of like, Royal Arms Garden Apartments are going to be like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so cool, even in that photo, to be like, but again, Jesus, 100% all the credit, but like the church, man, showed up so much in my life. Yeah. And that, I'll be honest, I didn't even give Jesus the credit. Mm-hmm. When I was talking about like back when my mom passed away and, man, when they were, even before that, when they were Christmases, we had nothing. Mm-hmm. And a knock on the door and people from the church coming in and bringing gifts for us and like not even understanding what was happening, but like I associated that, man, these Christians, these people that love God, like, man, they're some of the nicest and most giving people I know. And and they shouldn't be. And they have no reason to be. Like, we're trouble. Right. And yet they would bring gifts. Yeah. And all these cool things they would do. And throughout my life, I'm like, man, again, now I know. And the older I got and the more I got into my faith, I realized like Jesus is the reason for it all. Yeah. But I'm like, he used the local church to literally change my life time and time again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He used regular people. Like there's people sitting in our church right now today that God has a plan to use them in someone else's life. Mm-hmm. And I believe God's we're never waiting on him. He's always waiting on us. And the moment we step into that. Mm-hmm. So anytime I have an opportunity to do anything like that, I'm like, bro, I'm only doing what was done for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, man, there's so much power in like when you get committed to just get committed to your church, wherever your church is, wherever you're watching from, like get committed to a group of believers and I'm telling you, you'll be amazed the way the Lord uses you. Yeah. By just you saying yes. Mm-hmm. And what it does, it draws you closer to him is a byproduct of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the more you get involved with your church, I'm telling you, the more you get involved with him. Mm-hmm. Because it's all about him anyway. Yeah. And I don't know if this is a rokey doke, but it's kind of like I think they all just go together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the more committed I am to the Lord, the more committed I get to his cause and his people. And like, the more I do these things, I'm like, it just happens. Yeah. I mean, it's what you've been saying about the talent, time, and treasure. Like wherever your heart is, like show me where all of those go. Show me where your time, your talent, your treasure go. I can show you where your heart is. Yeah. And if we can be intentional about that, and put our time, our talent, and our treasure in the house of the Lord, then there's it's not up for debate on where our heart is. Yeah. Giving him our all, giving him everything. And that's starting with being a part of the church family and then being able to be the church family for others. Yeah. Like I said, for you, like, you talking about in your life, like you, like
even I think I know the names, Ricky Hathaway and I don't know the other one. Philip Andrews.
Yeah.
Even I've heard that story so many times. I'm remembering the names.
And you know me, I'm not good with names at all.
I know, but those are locked in.
They're locked in.
That church family that poured into you are pouring into us and our friend group and all of us. And like, what a great person to teach this message, because I think you are a living testimony of being the church family. I mean, being able to be in all those different things. Like, not only did you show up to all of your boys' basketball games, how many sports games have you gone to for kids that you were the youth pastor and kids pastor of? How many games that you gone to of mine?
Yeah.
Being this church family and being this, this extending arm and being there for, not to make it super personal, but like being in there in super hard times in my life, to where you were just an extension of Jesus, just saying yes, being able to be, that warm embrace, that like what you're saying, like it's all Jesus, but like you're saying yes to that, you know,
for sure.
Because somebody did that to you, you can do that to someone. So for us and for people, for me, it's going to be a lot easier for me to be able to be church family for others, because it was modeled well for me and I've received from it. So now it's my time to be a shepherd in other people's lives,
sure.
Yeah,
and even for kids, man, I think about that on Sundays or Wednesdays when we're working with these kids of like, man, I just want them to get it early. I just want them to get it, super early, of realizing how important God is, that you put God first. And I think church is a part of that, because like so many of us do lack the discipline to pull that off on our own. Yeah. That it helps so much. And I love seeing, like with the DC, I love seeing kids just get it. Yeah. I love seeing on Sunday when we have our worship time. And that song, I'm Grateful For You? Yeah. Bro, I had that. I've done it a couple weeks in a row, because one, it helps kids learn it. Yeah. But I'll be up there, I'll talk about my worship leading skills. Yeah. And I try to do it on the mic, but where it gets to the part when he goes, and you give me chance after chance. Yeah. After chance. Yeah. On that third one, I stop and all the kids say it. I don't know how it happened, but let me tell you what, bro, it's beautiful. It's something about little voices singing to him. But even that, give them an atmosphere is like, and again, I talk to kids like I talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm the same, bro. And I'm like, man, do you realize God wants to use you as a kid? Do you realize that God may speak to you what your parents need to hear? You know that you can go pray for your parents. You know you can go thank your parents for everything they've done. Like I'm trying to get these kids on board as well to man, God wants to use you right now. But and a lot of times it happens in the community of believers. Right. Like we've had times where like, all right, kids, you go lay your hands on other kids. We have, hey, let's show you what worship is. I want them to know now, God wants to use you right now. Right. And that, you know what? It's hard being a parent. Man, and go up to your mom and pray for her. Go up to your dad and tell him like, hey, thank you for working hard. Like, man, I want them to understand what community is. Yeah. Like, I think that's part of DC. Not only is it they're learning all these things, but they're sitting at their tables together. And like they're forming friendships and bonds. And now, we got J-High preview coming up tomorrow. And a couple of our fifth graders like, hey, we're going to go together. Yeah. Like they're already saying like, we're going to do this together. Yeah. Like, yes, you need to understand it's important to have people in your corner and in your life. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't care if you're a first grader or 80 years old, like get involved. Yeah. Like I want you connected. Yeah. So I'm telling you, again, I want the sheep tight and close. Yeah. And the closer you're together, I'm telling you, the shepherd's going to be where all you are. And I said it Sunday, Jesus will go after the 99, but the goal was for that one sheep to never run off. Right. Like stay right here. Yeah. Stay close to the covering. Stay close to the shepherd. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because church family matters.
It really does. Man.
Come on.
It really does.
So good. I know this message is, obviously being so passionate about, because it's years in the making, Yeah. And I'm sure you can go for, you can probably do a whole series on different parts of the church family, different benefits. We're just scratching the surface.
Yeah, come up and talk to me or reach out online. Yeah. Like, again, I want to help people find their fit. Yeah. I say, I talked to a young man last night and I was like, hey, serve everywhere. Yeah. I'll tell you what you will do. When you start serving, you'll find what you don't want to do. Yeah. But I'm saying, get involved. Yeah. I would love to help you get connected to a group or to a team. To me, like we can meet up. I just want people to realize you're not alone, and that God will do so much through you when you commit to the body. Yeah, and think about how much more we can do for the kingdom. Yeah, like, VBS and Train are a great instance of like 100, let's just use easy math, 100 volunteers at those things every day to pull that off.
Yeah.
And I know some people that only see at those events. So if that's all you can do, that's awesome. And like, I tell everybody, I always try to do this at the end of VBS. Man, do you guys have a great time at VBS? Yeah. You can feel like that every Sunday. I don't never trick them with that, but I'm telling you, I would love to have a conversation with people and help find where you fit. And there may even be ministries you go, man, God is, I love this one too. I know we're almost out of time. We can end with that, but like, man, don't make, y'all should. I know y'all, it's we.
Yes.
But whatever that is you're feeling God stirring in your heart, maybe we've been waiting on you to get here.
Yeah.
Y'all currently don't do this. You know what? Maybe we're waiting on you. I talked to a lady that serves in our nursery ministry, and she was like, hey, I've really been feeling like the Lord's wanting to do something with sensory and special needs kids. And I'm like, I'm going to be honest, man, we need that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. I know there's a need for it. And maybe you're the one that's going to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe God sent you here. So I would love to talk more with you about that and see if like, so many times we think, well, the church don't have it. Maybe they just don't value it or they don't need it. Like maybe the Lord sent you here for that exact thing.
Yeah. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I think I saw something so funny the morning you were preaching. It reminded me that I saw somebody repost like your passion and your frustration, may be at the center of that circle. It's a Venn diagram. The passion, the frustration, maybe like the middle is what God's calling you to like step into and help be able to speak into. And maybe that's your role to help out the church. I love that. Always hey, y'all should. No, y'all, you family now.
If you family, it's what should we do?
Yes.
Because y'all means like, that's more the guest of like, I want y'all to do that in case I want to take part of it.
Yeah.
Family goes, hey, we can do whatever you want as a family, but guess what? You better roll your sleeves up. It's time to get dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. So, Pastor Bunk, thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for the invite. I always love coming to the pod.
Always fun. Not always emotional, but I'm glad we got there today.
Hey, y'all need to cut that out. Edit that. Let's go.
So we thank you guys. We appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all next week.
See ya.
If you want to check out full messages, you can find us at LS Church on all podcast platforms. And you can watch full services with worship at LS Church Alvin on YouTube.